you gotta get out busy, all right? DJ, cue it up one more time. It's day 2. Remember what I told you guys. KTFE, what does that mean? Keep the same energy low.
And you just naturally grow. For all of you, finding an inner puffer salon is absolutely a ticket to a great career, without a doubt.
A couple questions.
Yes.
It's about loving people, love doing hair, the creative piece. And if you're a connector of people, you'll connect with guests and you'll connect with other team members and you can build a business. But without the business background, all you have is a storefront, maybe not necessarily profit, right? And so you created a job for yourself. And so I did that for I'm gonna tell you, 20 years. I learned on the job, if you would. The problem with that is that it took me a long time. I'll be honest with you, 25 years, I grew the company to $1 million, right? After that, I started studying business then, right? I started learning from the best and the best and the best. Today we have $8 million worth of business, right?
Everybody. Boy, I'm just.
Welcome, Rachel. Salons. In addition to her education background, Jamie Harris Smith has experience leading editorial shoots, runway shows, and photo shoots, and get this, she's a NAHA finalist. Welcome, Maggie S. She'll tell us how to pronounce her name shortly. It is Stasic. Never. It doesn't look like that, okay? Look at the books. It doesn't look like that. Thank you.
He's on my couch. He needs a job because he has to pay for the rent here. And I'm like, can we use him? And I was like, I could use a front desk person, right? Guest services. So we brought him in. That's the beginning of his story. He was in college. He was in debt.
I'm an educator for Aveda, and I travel to salons and I teach haircutting for the staff. I love the industry, but I love working at a salon, and I love working with a team. All my best friends work there, and I really just encourage you guys to look for that. Look for benefits, look for continued education. Like, yeah, what kind of continued education?
Different than anything I've ever used. Today we toned because we messed up. This is like the craziest thing that you can tone with on the face of the planet. Watch. Do you see that? Wait, hold on. Do you see that? That's orange blonde. We call it orange. I got to create that because I have this machine. I could not make that with tube color. I couldn't make these. I couldn't make this with tube color. There's no way. And I'm going to show you some of the tricks.
Just by looking at the extension, I already know where it's going to lie.
I learned about
how it's going to be.
on the street. Got all the things right down the color swatch chart.
I can go ahead
have options right.
Get ready to take in some really incredible hair education from three titans of industry.
I want are you feeling Samriti? I'm good. मैले फोटो भिडियो नै खिच्न पाएन आज के यत्रो लुगा लाएर काम लाग्यो माया लुकमा
As the beauty industry starts to evolve and to change, those principles stay the same. They can look different just based off of who's in front of us.
Rory and I got to take her to New York. We spent a lifetime during the year. She said,
I didn't really have an education or understand how big and beautiful the beauty industry was. And then when I got to Beacon, it opened my eyes for the first time. I got to see all of these things. I got to meet Vidal Sassoon. I got to speak with him, but I didn't even know who he was. Like, I knew who he was, the name, but I didn't.
color, fun, unity. I never experienced anything like Paul Mitchell, and that changed my whole direction and made me fall in love with beauty for sure.